Hello and welcome again to the Automation Studio. I'm Alan Avery, a senior analyst here at ARC Advisory Group, and today's topic is the transportation management systems market. And joining me today is Chris Kinane, a research director here at ARC, and he's just completed a research study on this topic. Thanks for joining us today, Chris. Let's start off by defining the major TMS market segments, if we could.
Thank you, Alan. Transportation management systems include two types of solutions. Planning and execution is focused on freight moves involving a carrier. The complete process would include procurement, creation of a route guide, planning and optimization, electronic communications with carriers, visibility and exception management, freight audit, and performance management. Many solutions do not support the end-to-end process described here. For classification purposes, if the solution includes a route guide, planning optimization, and electronic tendering and acceptance execution, it is included in this category. Fleet management involves freight moves with transportation assets owned by the company. The complete process here would include routing and optimization, visibility and exception management, transportation asset management, and performance management. Again, many solutions do not support the end-to-end process described here, so for classification purposes, any solution that includes routing plus any of the other modules mentioned will be deemed a fleet management solution.
Now, probably this is something on everybody's mind nowadays. I wonder, how has COVID-19, the pandemic, affected the TMS market?
It is evident that the COVID-19 pandemic and the effects from the associated Great Lockdown will have a substantial negative impact on the economies of the world in 2020. The degree and duration of the impact on the global TMS market is still undetermined. However, the TMS market is a bit more insulated than other markets, and the impact should be to a lesser extent, especially as certain industries such as CPG and food and beverage have seen an increased need for TMS applications. One of the biggest growth areas for TMS over the last few years has been the continued emergence and proliferation of cloud solutions. Suppliers that have fully made the transition and no longer or only reluctantly sell in the software license model are growing much faster than their competitors. The COVID-19 pandemic is speeding up the shift to cloud. One of the biggest pivots during the COVID-19 pandemic has been the need to work remotely. In certain industries, this has caused a seismic shift in the overall structure of these companies. This impacts how and where a TMS operates. However, cloud-based solutions have been crucial in enabling organizations to respond quickly and effectively to the dramatic changes brought on by the crisis. It provides better security and access for remote workers, and TMS customers using a cloud solution were able to transition to remote work over the course of a weekend without noticing a disruption. A cloud solution also enables rapid updates to be pushed out to all employees without the need for time-consuming upgrades and configurations.
What other drivers have been critical to growth in the TMS market?
First and foremost, TMS has a significant ROI. The primary reason companies buy a TMS is for freight savings. These freight savings can be attributed to simulation and network design, load consolidation, and lower cost mode selections, as well as multi-stop route optimization. But few companies would buy a TMS if it would lead to declining service levels. A TMS maintains the service levels by understanding the origin to destination lead times and using that as a constraint during the optimization run. Second, e-commerce continues to grow at double-digit rates, while traditional retail is growing at less than the rate of inflation. Fleet management solutions, when tightly integrated with an e-commerce site, help companies achieve promised delivery dates while minimizing costs. Planning and execution solutions include parcel solutions, which is widely used to support e-commerce. Third, the often reported driver shortage is not going away. However, the bigger issue is the continued shift in available capacity, which continues to be fragmented. The changing nature of capacity means shippers need access to capacity ahead of demand. Capacity is likely to continue to tighten with the impact of COVID-19 and ELD mandates.
What technologies will have the greatest impact on shaping strategic initiatives for suppliers?
One of the most important trends is around real-time visibility tools. Customers have an expectation of accurate ETAs and improved visibility into where shipments are. Many companies are integrating external data streams to improve ETAs. TMS suppliers need to partner with transportation visibility companies or build their own solutions. Machine learning is another hot trend in the market. Machine learning can play a role in advanced visibility but also has other applications. There are many types of constraints that go into estimating how long a job will take, including the number of miles driven, traffic congestion, and the type of product being delivered. Machine learning can be used to learn these constraints rather than having to do time studies and hard code these constraints into the solution. Finally, digital freight matching is an opportunity for network-style TMS providers. Digital freight brokers open up new opportunities for one-off lanes. Small shippers can get access to better rates in new lanes while increasing their flexibility in procurement schedules. Large shippers can expand and extend their volume by opening up additional capacity, especially on less used lanes. Many of these digital freight matching platforms are pushing their real-time pricing capability. Essentially, customers do not need to put out a full bid. Instead, they can push out a load to one of their lanes to gauge the market. Multiple TMS providers are seeing their customers use digital brokers for this very reason.
All right, thanks very much for sharing your insights with us today, Chris. That does it for us in the Automation Studio and our discussion on the transportation management systems market. For more information, we encourage you to get in touch with a client manager here at ARC or the author himself directly. Thanks for your attention and have a great day.